Hello. So, how's it going? The last couple of videos I made had a pretty decent response, all about trying to help newly qualified gas engineers that may be thinking of going self-employed. So, a couple of questions I had was around support. What support is out there for newly qualified gas engineers that may be thinking of going self-employed. Um, so on the last video I did say that obviously go on as many training courses as you can. You've got the the boiler manufacture courses. You know, um, that's all about developing your skills on understanding sequences of operation on a boiler, breakdowns, etc. But also, more importantly than that is, or just as important, is the financial aspect. What support is out there for newly qualified gas engineers or guys who are starting up, going self-employed. Even if you've been in the, even if you've been in the business for a while and you're just starting up, you've been working for someone and you want to now start up on your own. There is some support out there. So you could go to the job centre and you could say, right, you're starting up, provided you've got a legitimate business, you've set up a business account, you've got a number, a tax code from HMRC, you've set up your business, you've made a business bank account, everything's set up now. What you can do is you can go to the job centre and you can tell them that you're a new business starting self-employed, and what they'll do is they'll make you they'll class you as I think it's called gainfully self-employed. I think I'm not 100% what the term is, something like that. So for the next 12 months, what they will do is they will support you as a self-employed business, and the way they'll do that is, so let's say you've earned, as a self-employed person, you've taken in £2,000, you've done £2,000 worth of business. Now what you'll do then is, let's say you need to buy tools, you've got expenses, etc. Let's say you spend £1,000 on tools. If you're like me, coming into the business from scratch, obviously you've got to buy a lot of tools. Even if you've been working for someone, you've been using their tools, now you've got to buy your own. So let's say you've taken in £2,000 worth of earnings and £1,000 you've spent on tools that month. What they will do is they will deduct that £1,000 from your earnings, and they will give you universal credit based on £1,000. So they will top up your earnings, and providing you don't have too much of a lavish lifestyle, then that should be enough to cover your bills for the month. So for 12 months they will give you that kind of support, which in my opinion is absolutely fantastic for people like myself, who were starting and who never had anything to begin with. So at least you've got that peace of mind that, okay, at least my bills are still going to get paid, even if I've had a bad month, I've only earned £500 this month. They will give you universal credit based on £500. So that's one level of support that you can get there. The other thing is in terms of marketing your business. So here in Bolton, where I'm from, we have GM Growth Hub, which is the Greater Manchester Growth Hub, and you can set up a meeting with them, and they run a number of seminars on how to market your business online, developing websites, social media, and things like that. To be honest with you, I've not actually used them up to this point. However, I have had a few meetings with them. I've not really taken part in the seminars yet, but however I will be in the next month, because now I've set up all my social media accounts. So now I'm going to be actually meeting up with them to see what help and support they can give. I'm sure in other parts of the country, I'm sure there will be similar kind of support for people. So these are two of the things which, if you are going self-employed and you are starting up from scratch, then these two things will be absolutely massive for you as a newly qualified engineer or someone who's going self-employed person who does this. If there's any other questions you have, just leave a comment or send a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.